Hi, it's James Scraptastic Yarns podcast, and today I am coming to you with news that I'm not happy about. Um, I live about 10 minutes from a Walmart, but yesterday while we were in State College shopping, I had a person that I had made a bag for out of this material, real pretty material, and she wanted a second bag with some different dimensions and that kind of thing. So I thought I would stop and get some fabric. That fabric is, I've only seen it in Walmart to begin with. So, I'm looking and I'm noticing that they have started putting up a lot of just pre-cuts. And they are emptying out all of their items on the bolt. So I was talking with the girl as we were cutting, and she said, yeah, she had talked to her sister who is in marketing for Walmart, not locally, but in Benton, Arkansas. And she had said to her, I don't understand why you can't leave the stores that do a really good business with fabric on the bolt, continue to let them sell fabric on the bolt, um, because in our area, we have a lot of Amish, Mennonite, and they will go to Walmart to purchase fabric. Very rarely will you see them in Joann's, mostly because Joann's is a little higher priced on the fabrics. It's sometimes it's not as good quality. Walmart has, stepped up their game when they started doing the fabrics again. Um, to where it's a good quality fabric. But she said what her sister told them is corporate had made a decision that it would not be fair to continue to sell bolts in some stores, off the bolt, and not in others. And I said to her, well, is that going to also include the stabilizers and the thermolam and the fusible fleece and those kind of things? And she said yes. She said, they have the small packages hanging for each of those items that you can now purchase. She said that's going to be the only way you can purchase those at Walmart. And I said to her, well, Walmart is just is just putting themselves in a place where I don't even want to shop here anymore. Um, Part of the reason that I choose Walmart in my area is because it's close. If I've been given a quilt top and someone asks me to put a backing on it, can I get a backing? They would pay me for it, but they don't know what to do, how much to order or how much to get, that kind of thing. It may be a top that they've, a family member had made and they just want me to finish it for them. So generally, I would go down to Walmart and pick a fabric that was close to whatever the main colors of the top were or something that would complement it, and get 7 to 8 yards for a twin size, and sometimes more for uh, different sizes, because many times you can just fold it in half, sew down, the selvage edges, and then cut down that one edge, and then you've got enough for a backing. I don't want to be taking 1 yard and 2 yard pieces from Walmart, piecing them together for backings. That's ridiculous. When you could many times just use a 7 yard cut, to cover a twin size blanket or quilt. Many times, like when Head Start contacts us and says they would like some quilts for the kids. Can we make them? Yeah. They have some cute kids fabric, so we generally go down there and get those and get some of the fleece for the backing or flannel, because they've got some adorable flannel cuts back there. But that's going to be no more. So, When Billy had mentioned that, I thought she was just talking about some of the bolts that they do every year. You know, this time of year, they normally have certain bolts of fabric that they'll start selling some of them at $3, $2 a yard, $1 a yard, because it's into the season and they just want to get rid of them. But that's not the case. They are getting rid of their bolts nationwide in Walmart. So I'm not happy. However, the employee said, well, you know, they did this once before. I said, I know they did. I wrote, I called, everything else. She said, you're going to have to start a campaign to do it again. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Get it out there. So I'm getting it out there. I'm going to leave below the 1-800 number for corporate. In order to send email to them now, they do not give you an email address. You actually have to go and fill out one of their stupid forms. But you can get that by going to corporate.walmart.com and to contact them and then fill it out the best that you can. I had used the option of item product no longer sold in your store. Chose other. Just put in fabric bolt, fabric by the bolt, and filled it out and gave them my 2 cents worth or 1 cent's worth or whatever. So I'm going to be doing that a couple times a week. Did that before. Helped. Kept the bolts, even though we had a very large. Our Walmart store in Mill Hall had a very large fabric section. The first time when they took it out and started selling precuts, people would not buy the precuts because the precuts that they had at that time were crap. Basically, they were just crap. It was fabric that was very thin. It was a good quality. It was nasty. It was cut wrong. It was ugh, there were a lot of problems. So just putting it out there. So below there will be the 1-800 number to call, and if you'd like to call, give them a little piece of your mind if you're a fabric sewer. If you sew clothing too, I often will go and buy fabric to make shirts for myself, skirts, whatever. But looks like they're doing away with that option. So yeah, okay, little rant. I will see you again later this week. Everybody, have a good day, and remember, choose kindness. Unless Walmart's getting rid of fabric on bolts, and then they deserve it full barrel.